All right, it is October 13th. The first good cold front of the year is finally come through, and needless to say, I am super pumped to get into the tree this afternoon. Haven't put a lot of pressure on the farm at all this year. One hunt went in late September, so should be primed and ready to see some deer, and they should be on their feet with this cold front. So heading out to the farm, gonna get set up and be back with you soon. About to head in here. I'm just gonna stop at the top of this hill here, glass the fields real quick, make sure that there's nothing out. There is an easy path that goes right to my stand, but kind of have to walk by some bedding, and I don't really like that. So I'm gonna cut up along the corn, go through a cornfield, through a bean field, and then through another cornfield, and that should take me right to my stand. So let's get in there. Let's hunt. All right, it is October 12th. The first good cold front of the year has finally come through. It's like one of my favorite times to be in the woods. You wait. Haven't pressured the farm at all. It's finally here. So yesterday was about 75. Today's about 50, 10 mile per hour wind. Perfect. I'm set up on the edge of kind of a bedding thick area. I have a bean field out behind me, some corn out in front. Really easy to get into, not a super aggressive stand quite yet, but I've had a camera running in this little meadow out in front of me for a couple years now, and some of the bigger bucks on the property tend to cruise through here really at all times of the year, so I'm pumped. We have two really good bucks. Hercules is one. He's back again this year, so it'd be cool to get a glimpse of him. And then there's another buck that we call Joker. He's kind of like a funky rack buck, and he tends to spend most of his time on the other side of the farm, but this is definitely Hercules territory here, so man, just pumped to be back in the stand. Really gonna enjoy this sit tonight. So after I shot the doe, I went back and looked at the footage and realized that my shot was a little back, and so I decided to wait a while before I went to look for her. Went out the next morning. It was actually raining, so I wasn't able to film the recovery, but she'd only run 100, 120 yards and had laid down. And so I was able to get on the board early this season, which was great. In addition to that, as I was packing up, so I had shot the doe around 6:30. I was packing up around 6:45, 6:50, and I heard some scraping at the ground, probably like 45, 50 yards away, and I looked up and there was a deer actually making a scrape in this meadow that I was sitting over. and it was getting pretty dark. I didn't even have my bow in the tree. It was on the ground at that point, and put my binoculars up, and it was actually a pretty big buck. He ended up coming in right toward me, probably within like 15 yards, and I couldn't tell exactly which deer it was, but I could tell it was pretty big. It was just dark. So that was a really cool encounter to see a deer kind of making a scrape. He grunted a few times as he came toward me. Then he turned around, went back to the scrape, and went out into the field. So awesome night overall. Was able to get the doe, see a good buck, and I'm sure we'll be out soon to continue chasing some big bucks at the farm. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you guys in the next one.